Hello. Hold on.
Oh, look at it. She bought that. Period.
What's the craziest conspiracy theory you think about, but you wouldn't tell nobody?
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
You got one tapped in? Craziest conspiracy theory. Pizzagate. They all did that shit. They got the island. Yeah, Bill Gates. Goddamn the first lady. Goddamn the Trump. Yeah, all of them. They tapped in.
Hey, Mike, what's your worst breakup story?
My worst breakup story? I caught him in bed cheating and I whooped that.
Oh, man. That's sad, man.
Hey.
All right, next question. What's heavier, a pound of pillows or a pound of pennies?
A pound of pennies.
Pound of pennies. This is the last one.
He can't even say it. He's hearing child.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Yo, welcome to the New Number Podcast. I want to tell everybody thank y'all for tuning in. I want to apologize if y'all were watching earlier. I don't know why I could not get my computer to run right or to act like it had some sense, but I think I finally got it. I don't know if somebody been playing with my computer or did something new to it. Update. Y'all know when you get updates or something like that, something new happened to it. So I just want to tell y'all thank y'all for, if you tuning back in, thank y'all for coming back. Like I said, I just want to apologize for that inconvenience earlier, but today we're going to be talking about Daniel Penny and the racism and BLM and how everybody feels about it. Put in the comment section, do you think the verdict was right? Put a 1 if you think he should have been guilty. Put a 2 in the comment section if you think he should have been innocent. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about the case. I just want to let y'all know once again, thank y'all for coming back. I apologize for earlier, and we're going to get rocking. Like I want to say to y'all, it is quite weird that BLM is all of a sudden back out on the scene when Trump about to take hold of the United States once again, about to be the president of the United States once again. I'm sorry if y'all hear that ding in my phone blowing up for some odd reason. I don't even know why. But yeah, I just want to ask y'all, do y'all think it's weird that BLM all of a sudden is jumping back out there trying to latch on to certain cases like this Daniel Penny case? Now, the reason I want to talk about this is from what I've watched and what I've seen, and seen a lot of people talking about it. I haven't seen a lot of people claim that this was something that dealt with racism. Now, I know BLM is trying to attach themselves to this and trying to make this case racist, but to be honest, I don't see a lot of people saying that this was a racist action. A lot of people are saying that he's like your neighborhood hero, or he's a vigilante. I know a lot of people like Batman and superhero movies, and they're trying to say that Daniel Penny, a lot of people saying that he needs to have a statue made in New York for all of the people that he protected in New York. Now, do I think that's a little extreme or far-fetched, or maybe a little hyperbolic? Maybe so. But I will say this: if someone is threatening your life and saying they're going to kill you and do all of these weirdo shit to you, you should be able to protect yourself. Also, I want to say this: make straight jackets great again. I'm gonna say this again: make straight jackets great again. Y'all put in the comment section before we get started, do you think Daniel Penny should have been found guilty? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you think his verdict was good, the not guilty was good. But I'm going to say this again. Make straight jackets great again. Once again, make straight jackets great again. The reason I say this, because there's too many incidents and circumstances that's out there where people are finding themselves being confronted by somebody that should be in Arkham, should be in an insane asylum, should be in a straitjacket. We have everyday individuals and the same people coming in contact to people that should be heavily medicated, sedated, should be, have been put in a basket and floated down the river. And what happens. We are coming in contact with the people, with so many mentally unstable people. It's ridiculous. Even in school, they knew to separate us to make sure that we were not in school or in class with people that was going to hold us down or let us know that they are slow, that they are retarded, right? And so, like I said, we need to put these people in Arkham. And I want to tell the white man, the new Batman, Daniel Penny, thank you for your services out there. All you need is $1 billion, and you know a black suit. You being right up, that'd have been right up your alley. They would have praised you because we wouldn't know who you was no way. But anyways, what I want to say is the machine has to keep going as well. What I mean by that, when you see BLM out here protesting, marching, and you haven't seen them in the last 4 years, the question has to be: are y'all paid by the government? Are y'all paid by the Democratic Party? Are y'all paid by Act Blue? The reason that I ask these questions is because why all of a sudden are y'all trying to attach yourself to a Daniel Penny case like this, when if racism was so blatant and so in your face, you could actually find better cases and better arguments to facilitate y'all causes and y'all movements out there to say that racism is so bad. Also, what I hate about BLM only shows up to prove and show us and tell us every day. The only time a black life actually matters is when a white man or a white police or the quote unquote system kills that life. Nobody cares about when there's mass shootings. Like, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. This summer we had a mass shooting at a club where a bunch of people got shot and a bunch of people got killed. I don't hear anything about it. BLM went out there protesting. They didn't shut the club down. It wasn't a bunch of poor people out there protesting in front of the club. And this is a mass shooting. Black people shooting black people. But, you know, those don't make headlines. People don't care about any of those things. Only when a white man, white cop, or the quote-unquote white man system does something the black people do, they have an issue. I'm gonna be real with y'all. You're more likely to be struck down by lightning than being killed by a policeman. That is a statistical fact, and you could look it up if you don't believe me. But we're about to listen to the eyewitness testimony of the people from the subway when Daniel Penny choked out the black man that was all belligerent, maybe coked out, maybe got schizophrenia, or all of these crazy mental illnesses that a lot of people get from their mother side of the family. So we're gonna look at this and we're gonna watch it. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Do these people seem relieved? Do these people seem happy? Came in like, do these people seem like they do these people seem like they are happy that this happened or he saved their lives? Hold on one second. Let me see. So here we go.
He put like the stand so he could come in, right? I guess he was pissed or something, but I left at him, right? And then he started taking off his sweater, dummy hard, and then he threw it. And then he told like everyone that he had like a rough day and that he don't care what happens today. He don't care about going to jail, but that someone's dying today.
So that was the first person talking about the black man. He didn't care about going to jail and all of this stuff. And she seemed relieved that the man is laid out there on the floor. Because I got to tell y'all, somebody come on the subway. And y'all ever watch all the crazy videos? This is why I'm glad I'm not from New York. Do y'all ever watch all of the crazy videos that go on in New York where people are come on the subway, dancing, jumping, trying to fight? They got people out there, you know, they have weirdo stuff where dudes get on the subway and start jacking off, or they have women on there trying to, voyeurism is a new term that I learned. I didn't know what that was, but voyeurism is basically like some weirdo creep stuff, but there's a lot of people like to see other people do sexual activities like peeping Tom, or, maybe see other people have sex. Never heard of the term. This is new to me because I'm vanilla when it comes to sex. I just like to have regular sex. I don't need no Diddy-ish in my life, but I'm just regular vanilla. Just make sure it's good when I get it. I don't need nothing extra, nothing wild. But what I'm noticing, like in New York, they have a lot of weirdo shit that just go on the subway. They have a person just pull a whole band, a mariachi band, to be playing on the subway, or somebody will pull a slip and slide out and just be running and sliding on the floor. Or it's always crazy stuff going on the subways in New York. I don't know why that is. I don't know if that's just some New York shit, but you always see these weird headlines too when the news come on. New York man, or they'll say Florida man. There's always some weirdo shit going on in these two places.
You gotta fight at all? No, he came on the train. I was sitting right there. I was sitting next to everybody that was moving. That was the last one I was sitting. He came on the train. He was like, "Yo, I'm looking for food. I'm looking for this shit." He was ready to risk it all, basically.
So we got a lot of mentally ill people walking around here. that ain't taking their medicine and ain't been fed. You somebody come on there and say, hey, I need some food. We don't know. We all watch Walking Dead. We all watch all the dystopian movies where the world may just end one day and people just got to start eating each other. You just never know what's gonna happen. So somebody just walk randomly on the subway, and you know we ain't got no damn food because we on the subway, probably going to work, or probably coming from getting something to eat like you should have before you got on the train. Now I'm like, yeah, this dude a little loony.
So you like basically you're gonna tell the people about to hurt somebody. He's like, I'm ready to hurt somebody, I'm ready to do this, and you right there. Like I said, I don't think he did nothing wrong.
I don't think he did nothing wrong. He got on the train and said he was gonna hurt somebody. The other day he said he wasn't scared to go to jail. Now these are the people that are actually on the subway that's actually viewing what's going on. This is a black man and I guess a Hispanic woman defending the white man.
Everybody moved and he was about to saw him. He came in and he tried to do this while the cop was coming. They took that. I was calling 911. Yeah. They took mad long to come. He was trying to resist him on somebody's game. It took mad long. Okay.
I hate how black people get eyewitness accounts and stuff. It took mad long for him to come. Like, bro, we need you to be very concise in the way that you speak, and we need to get this written down, and we need to get your statement as clear as possible. And I don't need the lingo, the slang. I just need you to be, talk like the white people would talk right now and tell us what's going on. I understand that you black and you from New York, and you got to be like, Ayo, B, Ayo, son. All that's cool. We get it. But in this moment right now, just be clear as possible.
He was on the train. He was basically like, I see him take on the he got on the train. He dropped his phone. He's like, I'm ready to hurt anybody. I'm hungry. I'm ready to go back to $100. And dude got up, he saw he was about to hurt somebody, and he got up and he was trained. And he was trying to
So he said Daniel Penny saw that the dude got up and was about to hurt somebody and restrained him. If somebody get on there, this is a real question. If somebody get on the subway right now, you sitting there and they say, hey, I'm going to hurt somebody on the subway. Are you supposed to just wait till it happens? Like, how do you go about de-escalating this situation? Do you wait for it to happen? Do you just let him shoot two people and then try to punch him? Like, what is the proper protocol? Because he's on the subways moving, and now he's saying all this crazy stuff when it's enclosed environment. I can't really get nowhere. I see him get up, and he's already looks a little crazy, like he need to be in a straitjacket, because make straitjackets great again. What am I supposed to do? How do I go about handling that situation?
I don't know. Right here.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you see?
What did I see? I was sitting up there. I heard the young man that's on the floor saying, hey, I'm willing to die. I'll do.
And it's crazy. He said he's willing to die, and he ends up dying. Like, did you? Was that like a premonition? Because a lot of these people that are loony, that need to be in these straight jackets, because I'm gonna say it again, make straight jackets great again. They're actually looking to provoke people to take their lives because they don't want to live anymore, and they don't have the balls or the cojones to kill themselves. We all heard of the saying death by cop. I think a lot of these people that go out here and do these things, they actually wanted to be done to them or provoke people so they can go ahead and end their life because they're dealing with something that they just cannot get rid of or they just cannot shake.
Do anything. I'm willing to die. I'll go to jail. I don't care. And he was saying it so loud that everyone turned around. So the young man, he got belligerent and he tackled him down. He was tackled in the brown jacket. The one that just went past.
The guy in the brown jacket.
Yeah, you got the brown jacket. Yeah.
You got to the reach. You got a brown jacket, hand jacket. Take him to the front right now. And take it away.
So he took him to the ground. The guy with the brown jacket took him to the ground.
Yeah, he took him around and take him to the ground. not a hard shell pole, just enough to secure him. And the guy pulled. And he kept pulling on him. All right. And then that's when everybody.
And my question is it to the point where a man are getting cowardly? Like Daniel Penny, yeah, you stood up for yourself. And I know a lot of white people like to intervene and stuff. And black people have a different mindset. If it ain't bothering me, I let it be. I leave it to, itself. Or I let it, whoever's involved, work it out themselves. But do people or are men supposed to be able to step in and protect other people in society? And that kind of why men, make certain laws and say they're going to do X, Y, and Z to protect, the weaker people, or put laws in place. The only reason the laws don't really work because they don't enforce laws like they should. Because now you got all these kids that you see on social media and these flash mobs running inside of these stores, stealing buku amounts of stuff from Nike, Prada, Gucci. Like if that's what y'all really worried about, a lot of y'all can't eat. A lot of y'all ain't got no food. Y'all are worried about clothes. But we see this time and time again, day after day after day. So like I said, we have we come into too many encounters with crazy people, with slow people, with learning people, with people that need to be heavily medicated. America's going to have to do something about this. And now we know that they can do something about it because now that we have this quote unquote opioid crisis, now they want to give all of these incentives and have all of these programs, have all of these non-profits that are helping people clean themselves up and get themselves together. But why, when you have migrants come over here to America, all the insane asylums and mental health facilities that y'all closed down, now y'all are opening these mental health facilities again just to house migrants, when we got millions of people on the road. I mean, homeless, sleeping on the road, sleeping in tents, sleeping in feces. They say in New York it's so bad. You see syringes and needles just on the ground, scattered from all the drug use that's going on. Same thing in LA. Like, it's a bigger problem than just this Daniel Penny thing, because like I said, I think most people feel as if he was right. The people even giving an eyewitness testimony say he did nothing wrong. The guy was trying to say he was going to come in here, kill us. He wasn't scared to go back to Rikers. He was just out of it. Daniel trying to restrain him, trying to protect all the other people. And when he tried to restrain him, he fought. I think most people will say, hey, this person is a good person and he did right.
Totally realized what was going on. I think these guys on drugs, because when he came in, he was unbelievably off the charts. He scared the living daylights out of everybody.
Said he scared the living daylights out of everybody. Nobody's saying, oh, the white man came on and called him, hey, you nigger. No, it was none of that. You could see it, you know how black people, well, you could just feel the racism in him. You could just feel the white man and he was racist. You could just feel it on him. When he came onto the subway, he just permeated racism. That's why he choked him. He was just permeating racism. You could see it in his eyes. He had a glare and a glance and a glow on him. It just spelled racism. Well, when he sat down and walked past me, his cologne said racism. Nobody's saying any of this stuff. Everybody said the black man scared the shit out of us. We on the subway. We see crazy motherfuckers on this bitch every day. And somebody decided to stand up to crazy motherfuckers on the subway.
How did he bring them down to the ground? Like, can he pick them up and throw them on the ground?
I think he stood up, grabbed him, turned around, and put him to the ground.
And like I was telling y'all, when it comes to stuff like this, we had to stop this rhetoric of racism. It was no racism at play. It was somebody, a man, who decided to have the balls enough to stand up to somebody that was coming in here disrupting what everyday individuals had going on. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this again. Make straitjackets great again. Make straitjackets great again. So if you're watching, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video. Make sure y'all tell everybody about the New Normal podcast. Make sure that everybody knows what we do from 11:30 to 1 o'clock. We are on live. We want to interact with y'all. We want to talk with y'all. So y'all make sure y'all put, even in the comment section, tell us what y'all think and how y'all view what's going on when it comes to this. So the next thing we're going to talk about is BLM. Now, BLM wants to rear its ugly head once again 4 years later, when we had all of the police shootings and killings and the Sonya Massey's and I can't think of the other related video I reviewed. I think it was in Texas. They got killed. You got to understand, why are they all of a sudden trying to rear their ugly head out here again? Now, if you don't know who this is one of the founders of BLM, Hawk Newsom. Now, he's been all around on Candace Owens' podcast and stuff like this, but this is a person that I feel like is paid opposition to black people. And I know that when they say they're out here, say his name and saying we need black vigilantes and weird shit like that, that makes y'all think that they're actually fighting for black people. But you got to understand, a lot of these people are paid opposition. And before we go any further, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. And make sure you turn the notifications on your phone. So this is Hawk Newsom talking right here.
Then he came in, like, he put, like, the sands.
We need...
This is him talking right here.
Some black vigilantes. We need some black vigilantes.
That's right.
People want to jump up and choke us and kill us for being loud. How about we do the same when they attempt to oppress us?
Right.
I'm tired.
So this is what I want to say. This is so disingenuous. Just being loud. I just played the video of the eyewitness testimony, and the reason that I ran it down like this is because I want to show how disingenuous a lot of these people and these figureheads are allowed to be in front of everybody. When we have eyewitness testimony, if I can go and look at it, they should be able to do their due diligence before they get up here and get to say the wild and outlandish things that they say and tell us to do. Because he talk about black vigilante justice, right? Black vigilante justice or whatever. Wouldn't that kind of be on the same thing as inciting a riot? Don't that sound familiar? Wouldn't that be similar to inciting a riot? Because I thought you're not supposed to be able to be in front of people telling people, hey, we need black vigilante justice. And for him to just like say, hey, just being loud. No, they said this man got on here threatening everybody. Say he wants scared to go back to Rikers. He said he was willing to die today and ended up dying because he called his death into fruition. They said there's power in the tongue. That's what we learn in church. So for people like this person right here to get up here and say this wild stuff, and you have other black people right here, all these people, how they can organize at a drop of a dime, and we haven't seen anything from BLM. Even the 3 women founders, I haven't seen them at all.
We need some black vigilantes.
That's right.
People want to jump up and choke us and kill us for being loud. How about we do the same when they attempt to oppress us?
Right.
I'm tired. We need some black.
So these are the things that they are saying. They want black people to crash out because they know black people aren't very smart. They know black people ain't that damn smart. That's why they okay with telling y'all to crash out and be black vigilantes. Well, why won't you do it? You go do it. Speaking of blacks on a subway, did you see the guy in Japan? No, I didn't. Send it to me.
What's his name? Jordan Neely. Say his name. Jordan Neely. What's his name? Jordan Neely.
all of a sudden these people can just jump up here and mobilize for a case when you got different races of people, eyewitness testimony that I just reviewed for everybody that's showing that, hey, these people, this man ain't racist. He saved our life damn near. We don't know what this crazy ass nigga was about to do. Make straight jackets great again. What? This is about Daniel Neely. No justice, no peace. Fuck the racist ass police. What? The police had nothing to do with this. The police had nothing to do with this. What are y'all?
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Fuck these racist ass police.
Ugh. And I hate seeing all these white people out there. Malcolm X said the worst people for black people to associate with is white liberals. Said they disguise themselves as foxes. They show that they act like they're your friend before they bite your back out. Y'all remember the white liberals used to tell us a few years ago that testing, that black people couldn't do testing because the test was too hard. They're not smart enough to pass testing. Like I said, if there was a wall of success, it's always going to be a white person that'll be like, here you go, Blackie. We know you can't do it. And you know what's crazy? Y'all can say all this stuff about the police, and you see all the police right here. If the police really felt the waves, and if police was really that bad, they could just come down there with they ride again and just start fucking with y'all. And it's so crazy because y'all know y'all can like sign a petition or something like that for the police to actually clear the street for your goofy ass to walk down the street to talk bad about them. They would literally stand there and protect you just in case somebody has an opposing view or opinion that of you when you talk about fuck the police. There might be somebody there that want to stand in the window and shoot down on y'all parade or y'all ride or y'all protest because they believe in police. You just never know. And it's crazy that they allow people to just walk down the street and say this type of stuff.
Throughout our police forces and throughout now, everyday civilians on the streets. Shame. 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 Daniel Penny should have been convicted for murder.
That's right. Yeah.
I will say it one more time. Daniel Penny should have been convicted for murder.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I'm going to say this. The people on the train say he did nothing wrong. I don't know how a jury can convict somebody of being a murderer when the people that are actually there seeing this firsthand and all giving the same take. It ain't no discrepancies in they take. The black dude came on there, Jordan came on there acting crazy, acting belligerent, acting loony. Said he was gonna kill somebody, said he wasn't scared to go to Rikers, said he wasn't scared to die. He got up looking crazy, and that's when you had a person like Daniel Penny say, hey, I'm going to step up today. I'm going to protect people today. I'm even going to protect myself because like I asked, when do you step up and say, hey, bro, you up here threatening people. We on the subway. Can't get out this motherfucker. Do we not restrain him? Don't just same people. Hey, I'm going to kill everybody on the plane. Don't, hey, that kind of like, don't you put you in the mind of 9/11? We need to jump up and restrain and put a belt around this nigga and make sure he can't do nothing to nobody. We in this enclosed space. We don't know if he got a bomb. We don't know if he got a gun, but he on here just threatening people and we just not supposed to do nothing? It's crazy.
So, Belly Rebel. Belly Rebel is a father, is a black man, is the founder of We the People, one of the most longest current standing mutual aid groups in New York City. Belly Rebel is now behind bars because he was out here using his First Amendment right to protest for Jordan Neely. Okay.
So I'm gonna show this coming right here. Jordan Neely was homeless. Our 501(c)(3) NPO shelter has never choked anyone, let alone to death. De-escalation isn't hard. We have to help people daily that have mental illness. None of them get choked. Let me tell you something. That sounds cool to say when it comes to de-escalation, but we still have issues with police de-escalating situations, and these are people that are trained to de-escalate situations. Why would you think a regular day, everyday citizen knows how to, one, de-escalate a person, two, de-escalate a homeless, mentally ill person? Because the lady, if you watched my video from just earlier, I just reviewed another video of the eyewitness testimonies. One of the ladies said, I was scared for my life. If I'm in that situation and I'm scared for my life, fuck de-escalation. My only thing in that moment is to survive. That's all I'm trying to do is survive. Fuck de-escalation. Fuck if he homeless. Fuck if he hungry. I don't give a fuck what kind of day he had. I don't give a fuck somebody slapped his mama. His auntie just died. I don't give a fuck. I want to survive. This motherfucker came on the train, said anybody can get it. I don't get anybody can die. I don't care a fuck about going back to Rikers. This is eyewitness testimony. If I've seen it and we just reviewed it on this channel, you can too. So to task everyday individuals and tell them that they supposed to know how to de-escalate someone, no. Also, a chokehold is typically a de-escalation tactic. They said when he put him in a chokehold, that he began to resist and fight. So if you want to go look, fast forward or rewind to earlier when we was looking at all the people that were not white people that said, hey, the white man did nothing wrong. It'll be hard for a jury. If I was on the jury and I seen that video of all those people that was of different races say that the white man did nothing wrong, I'm not convicting him. I'm sorry. I don't care what the fuck y'all got to say. The people that was there said he didn't do nothing wrong. I'm not convicting him. Point blank, period.
Shame! 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 So I want us to come out here and not only remember and scream Jordan Neely's name while we're in these streets.
Y'all ain't got no motherfucking jobs. This is when I see these riots, that's the first thing I ask. Do y'all not have jobs? Like, do y'all not want to go to work, or like how are y'all able to be out here? Well, a lot of these people look young. They ain't got shit to do. It's like I just want to be out here for a cause. I feel like I'm changing the world, especially all the women that we see out here. Y'all need to go home and get your roses out and play with your pussy. Y'all probably feel a little bit better than and got something better to do than be out here protesting and acting like y'all really saving people. And I'm gonna say this too. Do y'all remember after the election? That's why I know this is a paid. I know all the BLM people are paid opposition. Remember after the election, all of the black women that came out and said, I don't give a damn if a nigga gets shot. We ain't marching. We ain't protesting. We ain't doing nothing because y'all should have voted for Kamala. Y'all remember I even did the video. I reviewed a video of Uncle Luke saying the same shit that the hoes were saying. So when we watch these videos and we see the black women out here, I thought y'all told us y'all wasn't protesting, y'all wasn't marching, y'all wasn't doing that. Y'all didn't give a damn what happened to black men because we didn't vote the way y'all wanted us to vote. But now y'all back out here. And like I said, it's crazy that we ain't seen y'all for 4 years. But all of a sudden, when Donald Trump is about to take the presidency again, or is the president-elect and is about to go back into the White House, now y'all want to show up and try to make this case a racist case. I'm going to say this again. If racism was so prevalent, you can find a much better case to riot and protest to other than this Daniel Penny case. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it was a nigga got shot in the ass by police, and police shootings were so prevalent because that would actually get you way more traction than something going on in the subway in New York, when we know in subways in New York is weirdo shit going on all the time. We've all seen the TikTok videos of motherfuckers just doing weird shit on subways in New York. The subway is the most dangerous, unsafe place for any individual, and I get it. That's how y'all get around in New York. That's how y'all train y'all transportation system. Cool. But people get killed in New York on subways. This is a common thing. People go down the subway to fuck with people. Is a common thing.
But I wanted to scream justice for Rolly Rebel. Okay? Can we do that, community? Yeah. Yes. Okay.
It's all the blacks and browns. It's all the colors. I agree. Daniel Penny is innocent. I agree. I'll buy you lunch after the train stops. I definitely think. Hold on. Let's put it up here. It said, I'll buy you lunch after the train stops. I definitely think the public needs de-escalation training. By the way, I disagree. The cops don't get the proper de-escalation training. Well, I don't know if they get proper de-escalation training, because I've told, and I got police friends, that since George Floyd has happened, they have to have proper de-escalation training. Even so much so that they're sending a lot of people back to school, police officers back to school in psychology to understand, and certain classes to understand the mindset of people that are mentally ill. This is what one of my police friends told, a couple of them. Now take it back. It's two of them. I got two police friends, and they both told me the same thing. Hey, since George Floyd happened, because the need that people talk about on with George Floyd, talking about that was wrong and you were trying to kill him, that's actually one of the maneuvers that they train the policemen to do, is put your knee in their back to restrain them, to hold them down. So people be trying to act like, oh, that was illegal, boo. That's not what you're supposed to do. No, this is actually how they're trained to do things. So like I said, I disagree with that. What this one saying? Recently, versus all of time, it takes a long time to unlearn years of indoctrination. I agree. It do take a long time to unlearn something that you have learned. Well, that's one thing I will agree with you on. It takes a long time to learn something, but to say they don't have proper training is not a factual thing, because, like I said, they're now training and making sure that they're training people correctly, their police officers correctly. So much so, I can't think of the girl name that got killed by the policeman. She came out the door and stabbed the policeman, and they was talking about all the hours of training that he had before he shot her, and he got backed up into a corner, had no choice but to shoot her. I did a video. You can go on my channel. I did a video on it. And they were talking about he had plenty of training, all sorts of type of training. And then people say, why don't you shoot people in the leg? Nigga, somebody run at you, you're going to shoot them in the leg? And then when you look at that police video, this man shot a woman 3 times in her chest, and she was still coming at him. Shoot somebody in the leg? I'm fighting for my life, you dumb ass.
What's his name?
So next video we're gonna discuss is this one right here. Oh, that guy was really trying to de-escalate. That's how I feel.
CHIVONA-NEWSOME. I'm the co-founder of Black Lives Matter Greater New York, and I'm a devout Christian. In my Bible, thou shalt not kill. In the Torah, thou shalt not kill. In Buddhism, not kill a living thing. But America has no morals. No.
Shut the hell up. First of all, I hate when people get on here trying to tell other people what their religions say, and they ain't even really studied the religions. This lady don't know what the fuck she talking about. I guarantee this woman don't know what she's talking about.
No soul. Our bloods have paved the streets of this nation since its inception. It was foolish of us to think that a black man would get justice in the system designed to. My heart bleeds for the Neely family. My heart.
So you mean to tell me the man that got on here and threatened everybody's life that was on the train with him, y'all have sympathy for him? Now, let's reverse role. Let's say he didn't do nothing. Let's say he had a bomb on him. Because I can say we can go back to 9/11. We can go back to like a 9/11 where people say, hey, yeah, we crashed a plane over here because when somebody said XYZ, we jumped up and fought them. Because you don't know what people have on them. People gotta understand this. The same people have insane tendencies as well when it comes to how society runs. And the reason that I say that is because after COVID, after your 9/11s, after your lockdowns, after your vaccines, after your political or your presidential races, after everything that's combined that people have to go through, people are walking on pins and needles and eggshells. And for you to just want to have a simple commute to work or to home or wherever the fuck you're going, and somebody comes on there and disrupts that to tell you they don't give a fuck about life, they don't care about dying, they're going to kill somebody, they don't give a fuck about going to Rikers Island, is insane.
Bleeds for his father, who sat in front of me every single day and prayed for justice for his son. There is no one coming to save black people, or else we wouldn't live in these ghettos, we wouldn't be in these prisons, and we would be further along than we are. We wouldn't be at the absolute bottom.
The reason black people are at the absolute bottom, first of all, it's systematic. I will say that it's designed that way. But the things that black people can't control to make them better, they don't, like family creation, like not having children too early, and making sure you're financially safe before you have children, not being baby mom, baby dad, and making sure you get married. Like these are things that they statistically show that this will put you in a better tax bracket and a better way of life if you decide to get married and stay married and have your children inside of wedlock. But the things that black people can't control, they do not control. It's one of the most degenerate cultures that we have in America, and that's why they put the degenerate shit in the forefront, like your Meg Thee Stallions, your Glorilla. There's no way that Glorilla, okay, Glorilla, you out here, you shake your ass, you be half naked, that's cool on your music video, but there's no reason for you to be at a Steelers game in a bra and panties. That makes no sense. That makes no sense when I'm doing street interviews, literal street interviews. Y'all can go look on my page where women, the street interviews that I'm doing, that women have their actual nipples out. Actual nipples out, not bullshitting. You can go on my page and look at my shorts. I'm doing street interviews of women who have their actual nipples out.
So forgive me for being jaded and cynical, but once we saw those non-white jurors, we knew that this case was over. Non-white jurors.
If y'all want to support the channel, y'all hit that cash up or that super chat. It'll be great. Help the channel out, help it grow. Make sure y'all share this video. Just share it. If you could just simply share it, it's going on pretty good. I'm thankful for everybody that's here. Y'all make sure y'all like this channel as well. Make sure y'all like it. Make sure y'all tell your friends, your aunt, your girlfriend, your baby mama, your side bitch. Tell everybody about the New No More podcast, because we do this every day at 11:30 to 1:30.
How could there not be an uproar that the same person who got off Kyle Rittenhouse, who got off O.J. Simpson, was used here? And
huh? So I didn't watch this all the way through. That was stupid. How are we not upset that the person that got Kyle Rittenhouse, okay, that one kind of go with Daniel Penny, and O.J. Simpson, but that's a black man. The fuck is she talking about?
And shame.
I never trust anybody with teeth like this anyway.
Shame on you, celebrities and politicians who claim not to be racist, because the racists spoke loud and clear. John McCain's daughter, she had something to say. I think she incited a riot for the right. Phil Mickelson, he had something to say. Kid Rock donated $3 million. And if you look.
What are y'all talking about? That don't mean you racist because you believe different than somebody else.
On social media, if you look at the hatred spewed across against us, against black people, against a man who was sick. Because when there's a crisis of drugs in America, I'm sorry, it's only a crisis when it's a white person, an opioid crisis.
Well, hey, I will agree with her right there. When they putting crack in the hood, they was locking that, they're taking niggas out the family structure. Like I said, as part of it is systematic. When they was putting crack in the hood, they was taking niggas out like it wasn't nothing. That was further pushing fatherless homes. And then we've seen the opioid addiction. Now it's an opioid crisis. And like I said, they want to set up all these centers and give all this funding to all of these, establishments to help the white people out, because now it's an opioid crisis that's going on, and a lot of motherfuckers dropping like flies off that fentanyl.
Jordan was labeled a drug addict and labeled a crackhead. The only crime that Jordan nearly was guilty of was the color of his skin.
Come on.
But luckily for Daniel Penny, his skin was not like Jordan's, because you honestly wouldn't have seen our face. The NYPD would have arrested him after 3 hours. The justice system would have found him guilty. And shame on this jury. Because to be real, they didn't even try. Once the lesser charge was removed, they came back an hour later and said it was deadlock. Less than an hour and 20 minutes later, they said not guilty. These wonderful white people, I hope they celebrate their Christmas while the Neely family is praying and asking God for comfort. Goddamn them and goddamn America.
And I'm going to tell y'all something. People that feel this much hatred towards America, they never fucking leave. Like, you got to think about this. America was a place where they enslaved black people. And now the black people from other countries swim across lakes and oceans and ride on little boats and steal and stow away just to come to America for a better life. And the niggas that's over here still let other people from other countries surpass them when it comes to success in America. Ain't that crazy? That is insane. But like I said, these are the people that we are allowed to be the figureheads and to speak for the black community. We allow people like this, because when it's a person that wants to have a podcast like mine that say, hey, black people, control the things that you can't control. We shouldn't be doing baby mama stuff. We shouldn't be letting our kids listen to rap music. We shouldn't believe in abortion and genocide. We should believe in family structure. Like the things that we can't control, I'm all for it. We should watch out for all the STDs that's going around in our community and how it's affecting a lot of the young kids at the early ages. One of the things that affect your success is having children too early. All of these things, these things that you can have, like young men don't get felonies, don't get caught stealing, don't get upset about the white system. If you're going to put your life in white folks' hands, because that's what I teach my son. I tell them, hey, I don't want you to hear you complain about a system if you're going to put your life in these white folks' hands. You don't have to go ahead and steal. You ain't got to go rob. You ain't got to go shoot. You ain't got to go do none of that. You have a father that works very hard to make sure that you can have what you need at home. Just come ask me. We'll figure it out. You ain't got to go. And that's part of community building. I'm supposed to raise a good person, a good child, a good citizen to make sure that he don't offend you or do anything to you running your house or say anything outlandish to you or go on trains and say he gonna kill people. He ain't scared to go back to Rikers Island and he asking people for food. This is what I'm supposed to do as a father. If I knew I had a child out there like that, then I would make sure that I'm getting my child the right help. But a lot of times the reason that people are out here homeless on the street like this, because they have no family backing. They have nobody to fall on. That's why there's an issue in the black community with a lot of stuff that's going on, because we have no family structure. And we are a matriarch. The black community is a matriarch. And even when I have conversations with black women, nobody disagrees that our community is ran by women. So like I say, it's a lot of stuff that we can control that we don't as black people. And we need to get our shit together as black people. I know y'all don't like to pull yourself up by the bootstraps because y'all too busy. Y'all can't really tie your shoes when you got your hands out. It's hard for you to pull yourself up by the bootstrap when you got your hands out waiting for the government to give you some shit. I'm just gonna keep it real.
Threatened to burn down parts of the city. BLM had threatened to burn.
So the next video we finna watch is this one right here.
Down parts of the city, cars, whatnot. Let's watch. They're angry over Daniel Pitty being found not guilty.
To do it for us. And clearly, if we get to this point, it's too late. We have to be there for each other, and that's our call to action. Everybody that's pissed off at this verdict, I challenge you to go outside today and help one person.
Right on.
That's my challenge. If you're angry, if you're hurt, go help one person. That's how we beat the system. That's how we turn this around, by being there for each other.
King Contra said, "Can abortion is a big one too. That thing was made solely to destroy our people, which is so-called Black, Native American, Indos, and Hispanics." I agree. I agree.
I just want to say, I miss my son. My son didn't have to go through this. I didn't have to go through this either.
So my question is, if that's your son, if that's your son, where were you? If you got people, eyewitness accounts saying that your son was off his motherfucking rocker, he was out of his straitjacket. If your son was out of his straitjacket, how the fuck he get out? Did you let him out? Why were you allowing your mentally ill son to roam the streets to wreak havoc? Why you ain't got him locked up in Arkham? Why you ain't got him locked up in the room? He already said he been in jail because they would tell you, oh, you can't hold nobody captive. That's wrong. But then they go commit crimes, and what, you were locked up for life? You'll kill somebody because you're mentally ill, and you take somebody else's child, and they gonna put you in jail for life. But if I say, hey, my son mentally stable, I got him locked in the room and I feed him meals every day, I know it sounds inhumane, but at least he ain't causing havoc in the community or in society, or causing somebody else's child to be killed or hurt. Sounds crazy, but that's the same thing you're gonna do after he kills somebody, right? Ain't it? After he harms somebody, because Jordan just told y'all straight up. He just told y'all straight up. He already been to Rikers. Said he wasn't scared to go back to Rikers. So if this is what we're talking about, why as a parent can I not put you and lock you away in the room? Same thing in prison. At least you're around your family. At least I can let you go to the park. At least I can do certain things with you that you're not going to have certain freedoms when you have in prison. At least you ain't got to worry about nobody fucking you in the ass over here. Well, I don't know. Some of y'all are weird. I take that one back. Y'all, your dad, I don't know.
It hurts. Really, really hurts. What are we going to do, people? What's going to happen to us now? I had enough of this. System is rigged.
Mm-hmm. System is rigged. System is rigged. Did you see how them people said your son came in there? If you know what, black people don't like accountability. And this is the thing. It would be different if they said your son came on that subway, was a well-behaved young black man, prim, proper, sitting down, not bothering anyone. Didn't say anything. He was quiet. He was minding his business. He was on that bitch on his phone, on Facebook, texting some hoes, or on Instagram looking at some ass, just, minding his business. He was over there like he was sending emails. If he was just minding his business, and then Daniel came in there and choked his ass out, it would be different. That's not what nobody said. Chain of events. Your son came on that bitch, acting like he finna turn this bitch out. And Jordan made sure he didn't turn this bitch out. I mean, Daniel made sure he didn't turn this bitch out.
Come on, people. Let's do something about this.
Let's do something about it. Too often, we have Eric.
His dad is damn near slow. Come on, people. Let's do something about it. His dad is damn near slow. High, slow, one on. So much so the man, Mega Mind had to jump in there and say something. Mega Mind had to jump in there and tell him, speak up for him. Because what the hell is this nigga talking about?
Garner's mother here. There's too often this is happening where we're left alone in this society. We got to stop that. We have to change how we impact each other. Jordan came on that subway car. The first thing he asked for was food, and he was killed.
The first thing he asked for, everybody agreed, he asked for food. But this is why I say they be disingenuous, because what was the second thing he said? What was the third thing he said? He didn't ask for food, and then the nigga just started choking his ass out. I'm going to tell y'all something. Don't it seem weird? Because this happened to me at the gas station 2 days ago. So I'm at the gas station. I'm pumping gas, minding my business. So a dude come over. He say, hey, a homeless man say, hey, man, hey, big man, what's up? What's up? I was like, what's going on, man? He's like, hey, he said, you know, you got a few dollars to, so I can get something to eat at the gas station. I said, hey, man, I said, I would help you out, but I just put my last little change in the gas tank. I said, I really can't help you. You know what he did? He goes and walk off. Nigga, you asked me for money. You asked me for my money. He and walk off. This nigga took 10 steps and then looked back at me again like I'm the broke nigga. You asking me for the money.
And the person who killed him was not held responsible. We cannot allow this to keep happening.
Okay. Oh. Look like the police attacked the protesters.
Good morning, everyone. Here we stand once again in front of this unjust system. I stood here 10 years ago because they did not give justice to my son with the chokehold. I fought hard to get the anti-chokehold bill passed, which did pass. But it shouldn't only be for police officers. It should be
goofy bitches for police officers. Because like I tell y'all, the everyday individual don't understand de-escalation. Typically, a chokehold is for de-escalation. Typically.
for civilians also. No one deserves to be choked to death. And you know, we're in that courtroom and people are cheering for the verdict.
Yes. Because that dude came in there acting crazy.
They made the loudest noise. The judge did nothing. But when his father spoke out, they put him out the courtroom. Is that justice?
I'll put that retarded nigga out too. Because what was he saying? We don't have 45 minutes for you to be bumbling and stumbling over your words. And come on, we gotta do better.
Or what? We can't allow this to keep going on. We have to fight this system. That's what I had to do. I had to fight to get the little justice that I got. I got one police officer fired. There's more that need to be fired. But I tell this family, do not give up. Because that's what they want you to do. They want to discourage you. Just like they tried to discourage me. But 10 years later, I'm still fighting. And I'm not only fighting for myself, I'm fighting for families like yourself. That's why I have to come out when this injustice is done.
And once again, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all tell everybody about the new normal podcast. Because we're going up, baby. I hope y'all enjoying the content. And if you are enjoying the content, if you want to donate, it's just $1. You can just hit the Cash App and just donate $1. I don't need much. I'm up here. I'm on the side of the road, jingling my can too. But I ain't gonna assault nobody or threaten nobody. After I ask
BLM.
That Daniel Penny. After I ask for some money, you still gonna go home. After I ask for a little money, you still gonna be able to go to the house. Brother, you are just talking, saying words isn't a crime. Okay. So is it illegal to threaten people? I'm just gonna look it up. Right. Victim mentality. Before we get started on this next thing, I'm gonna ask y'all. Y'all put in the comment section, is threatening someone illegal? And if before, I'm gonna say y'all just not tuning in the beginning of the video, I reviewed the eyewitness testimony when the police arrived to the subway and they interviewed multiple people that were not white. They said that the white man did nothing wrong. They interviewed a Hispanic lady, they interviewed a black man, and they looked at another black woman. She might have been, interracial, but she looked black for the most part. They interviewed these people, and they said that the white man did nothing wrong. And the black lady said at the end, I feared for my life. So if you want to go fast forward to eyewitness testimony, and that's what I was saying, if the eyewitness testimony of the people who were involved said the white man did absolutely nothing wrong, if I'm on that jury, I'm not convicting them. I'm sorry. Is it a crime to threaten someone in New York? So I be knowing what I'm talking about. So this guy, ITFRT Entertainment LLC, brother, you are just talking. Saying words isn't a crime, right? Even if you use words that is called terrorist threats that give, huh? Even if I use words that's called, I don't know what he just wrote in. Yes, threatening someone can be a crime in New York. A threat is considered criminal if it meets the following criteria. Intention. The threat is intended to cause alarm, intimidate, or coerce the victim. ITFTR. Make sure you're listening. Just so you know about what's going on with that New York shit. Intention. The threat is intended to cause alarm, intimidate, or coerce the victim. 2, violence. The threat of violence, such as killing, injuring, kidnapping, or committing arson. Reasonable belief. The threat is made in a way that leads to reasonable person to believe the speaker intends to act on it. Aggravated harassment, a threat to cause physical harm or to someone or their property made with the intent to harass. They have a bunch of shit on here. So you can't. It is a crime to threaten somebody. You just can't go around and say, I'm gonna kill you. I don't care about going back to Rikers. I don't care about if I'm gonna die. All of this stuff. That lady, the black lady on there said, I was fearful for my life. I'm not there. I'm just going by what other people said on that train. And you are here arguing, telling us that we're not supposed to choke people. Well, how else do you restrain a motherfucker when they say he got up and everybody was scared? That's why he got in the chokehold, because when he got up, people said they were fearful for their life. Do I just supposed to wait till he blow the motherfucker up, pull a gun out, shoot everybody? No, that's stupid. That is stupid. You don't just wait on somebody. This not kindergarten. You you cross this line first, or knock this paper off my shoulder, or you hit me first. No. No. I'm trying to de-escalate fast as possible. I don't want you ever in life feel like you are finna hit me or do something to me first. That's not finna happen. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is CNN talking about Daniel Penny case.
Should get the Congressional Gold Medal to recognize his heroism. I'm not asking you about anyone.
I think he ought to get medal. I think he ought to build a statue to this guy in New York City.
I think that race, I think that, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say the dreaded R word. Race plays a role in this, right? And so we see it. Yes, absolutely. Because statistics say that.
Wasn't there a similar case in New York City?
Statistics say that when people kill people who are white, they tend to get harsher sentences, especially if they're people of color.
What about the Jordan Williams
system? No, I'm not going to stop because race absolutely plays a role in it.
I said, what about the Jordan Williams case here in New York? Same situation, African American gets on a subway, ends up killing a guy. Grand jury tosses it out at the exact same time as the Penny case.
What about Bernard King?
That Daniel Penny should get the Congressional Gold Medal to recognize his heroism. I'm not asking you about anyone.
I think he ought to get medal. I think he ought to build a statue to this guy in New York City.
I think that race. I think that, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say the dreaded R word. Race plays a role in this, right? And so we see it. Yes, absolutely. Because statistics say that.
Wasn't there a similar case in New York City?
Statistics say that when people kill people who are white, they tend to get harsher sentences, especially if they're people of color.
What about the Jordan Williams case?
That is what happens in our criminal justice system. No, I'm not going to stop because race absolutely plays a role in it.
I said, what about the Jordan Williams case here in New York? Same situation, African American gets on a subway, ends up killing a guy. Grand jury tosses it out at the exact same time as the Penny case.
What about Bernard King?
That Daniel Penny should get.
So
Williams said it's never a joyous occasion.
So if y'all seen that, then y'all seen that it's always some bullshit. So you telling me that Daniel Penny was in the military? Hold on, I'm finna when people say it's not, just research it. So, because you just came on here and lied, said threatening people is not a crime, which that's a lie. And I knew that was a lie, but oh well. It said, brother, I do martial arts and choking is a death move. There is many restraint holds. He was a trained military. Now what? It do not matter what color choking is choking, but I notice you ignore my question. Do that gives a person the right to choke over 12 seconds? I'm gonna say this. I think if you're restraining somebody, because from what the people said, like I said, you can go back and look when he was choking him or restraining him, whatever you want to say, choking, restraining. They said that's when the other guy starts seeming to get more agitated. Because I've seen where people have been in actual fights, fist fights. Somebody jumps on somebody's back, chokes them, and say, hey, calm down, and that person calms down because they don't want to get choked the fuck out or pass out. So they calm down. So they won't get choked out. They don't get more belligerent. They don't turn up. Even when you watch shit like the UFC, if they have them in certain chokeholds or certain restraints, even the trained UFC fighters say, you know what? Fuck it, I'm a tap. I don't know what that man knows. That's what I'm just going by what the people said. If the people there say he didn't do nothing wrong, if a lady says she's scared, I don't know. That's all I'm going by. What people said, eyewitness testimony. I don't know if he knew that the body was limp. I don't know if he knew that he was choking the man that long, because we can always Monday morning quarterback. We can all of us can always say, well, this could have been did, this could have been did. Cool. I just going by what people said and what I know about choking and what I know about what I've seen in my everyday life. So a lot of anecdotal experience when it comes to choking. I choked the motherfucker out before because, hey, bro, you doing too much. Hey, chill out. Or somebody was trying to jump in a fight. They were swinging. I jumped behind them, choke them out. Hey, man, calm down. They don't just go wild and crazy. They said this man was turned up. Like that's when he went crazier. Most of the people that I choke, hey, they calm down. They understand. Hey, you're not finna get up out this hole. It is what it is. That's why this person was mentally ill. Like I said, I don't know the time limit. If it was 12 seconds, okay, cool. Like, I'm not arguing any of that. I'm just saying choking is typically, from what I know, a move of restraint, but people feel different. So the next video, we're going to look at this one right here. And the reason we're going to look at this video right here is because this is what he was talking about. Scott was talking about when he was talking about what happened on the subway earlier that year. That same year, I think even that same week, Scott was talking about this video right here. Hey, I don't know my thing doing that.
Charges are now dropped against Jordan Williams. That's the man who had been charged with fatally stabbing a fellow passenger on a J train earlier this month.
Yeah, Brooklyn grand jury declined.
And like I said, I don't know why anybody will ride the subway. We always see the weirdest shit. You can go on YouTube right now and type in anything pertaining to a subway and you'll find it. The subway is crazy in New York. I don't know why anybody decides to ride the subway in New York, but they do it. I know it's the way of life up there and that's their transportation, but it's crazy motherfuckers up there.
To indict, determining he acted in self-defense. Fox 5's Briella Tomasetti joins us now with the very latest. Good morning, Briella.
Yeah, Dan and Tashani, bottom line, Jordan Williams has said this is a decision he will regret every single day for the rest of his life. Jason Goldman, who represents Williams, said it's never a joyous occasion when a life is lost, but Jordan and his loved ones are grateful and relieved that the grand jury saw this for exactly what it was.
Honestly, I was afraid.
1 week after Jordan Williams and his lawyer Jason Goldman spoke with us exclusively on Good Day New York, a grand jury has dropped all charges against him. Williams, just 20 years old, was accused of fatally stabbing a homeless man on a J train earlier this month and subsequently charged with manslaughter. Williams testified before the grand jury for about 45 minutes, saying that he acted in self-defense after the victim, Victor Udrago, punched his girlfriend in the face. Video filmed by another passenger and shown to the grand jury reportedly corroborated that.
All I wanted to do was just get me and my girlfriend off the train safely.
The Brooklyn DA's office released this statement, reading in part that its investigation, quote, included review of multiple videos and interviews with all available witnesses, and that evidence was fairly presented to a grand jury. The dismissal of the charges against Jordan Williams came hours after Daniel Penny faced a judge in Lower Manhattan. The 24-year-old Marine veteran was formally arraigned in connection with the chokehold death of Jordan Neely on an F train last month. And
I ain't look. This some crazy shit. I ain't never watched the actual chokehold video. You actually see a black man. You actually see a black man restraining the arms of the black man too. Why did they not charge the black man as an accessory? Why did they not charge the black man as an accessory? He's literally holding the guy's arms to get choked out.
of Jordan Neely on an F train last month. He pleaded not guilty to charges of criminally negligent homicide and second-degree manslaughter after being indicted by a grand jury. Penny's lawyer maintains that their client acted to protect himself and others after Neely began threatening and harassing passengers.
Daniel Penny entered a plea of not guilty with great confidence that a jury of his peers will ultimately agree by rendering a verdict of not guilty on all counts after trial.
And all the evidence that we've seen so far and all the evidence we expect to see shows that that Danny acted reasonably under very difficult circumstances.
Neely, a former Michael Jackson impersonator who was homeless at the time of the fatal encounter and who also had a history of mental illness.
That's why I say make straight jackets great again. We just let crazy people just like it still blows my mind that they can close down mental health facilities and only open them back up to house illegal migrants. When we know that in California and New York and all over the United States have so much homelessness, so much mental illness, so much drug abuse, and y'all don't want to help the people that are actually over here and have paid taxes in this land. This is crazy.
Was unarmed when pinned to the ground and placed in a chokehold. Attorneys for the Neely family have questioned that if Penny's goal was to subdue Jordan, then why keep him in that chokehold for 3 minutes?
Daniel Penny killed a man. He took a life, even a legal defense.
Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. 3 minutes? Hey. Now, 3 minutes is a long fucking time to put somebody, choking somebody. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, you ain't find nobody for 3 minutes in a chokehold. A real chokehold, they not fighting 3 minutes. Most people can't hold their breath longer than 30 seconds now.
Fun. Even
now, I don't know if that's true. I don't know that they just saying it on the news because I've been seeing a lot of weird shit. But if that's true, that shit is insane.
Interviews that took place weeks before this happened can't make justice look the other way.
Okay, and there are obviously some similarities and differences between the two cases. Both Penny and Williams claim self-defense. Williams testified before the grand jury and Penny did not. If convicted on both counts, Penny faces up to 19 years in prison. He'll remain out on bond and is due back in court on October 25th. Janet Tashani, back to you.
Okay, Briella, thank you.
Y'all, like I said, that 3 minutes is a long time to be choking somebody. Now, like I said, if the people on the bus, I'm gonna say this again, the people on the subway thought that was okay, you feel like you got your life saved, cool. But the next time we're gonna talk about is this right here. Trans women and tampons.
Threatened to burn down
trans women and tampons. The reason we talking about this because it is some crazy people out here. Y'all know that, right? Of course, y'all know that. Y'all know it's crazy people out here. We talking about make straight jackets great again. We need to make sure we make the straight jackets great again. We need to open up these mental institutions because it's a lot of crazy people out here. But let's go with this.
I did a brand deal for tampons.
That already starting out as crazy. You're a grown-ass man and you got a brand deal for tampons. Y'all just throwing money away at this point. And it pisses me off because people that have great content like that, calling out all the delusion like I do, can't get a brand deal for tampons. Just give me the money too. I got the same shit he got.
This was 2020, and this is me dancing around. That's a major national brand paid me to make this ad for them on social media. And I wanted to say two things about it. I'm sure you've seen the hate that Dylan's gotten. Please find this video of Dylan's and watch it. Dylan is an angel, important, intelligent, someone I care about very much. And I made the video for two reasons.
Just look at this person right here. We let people walk around every day looking like this. You got a 5 o'clock shadow. You got, I don't know what that ring is. Your voice is horrible. Y'all. Oh, hey, I've been watching this show called C. Have y'all seen it on Apple TV with Jason Momoa and they got Batista and all them in there? But he sounds like the lady, the queen in C. This shit is crazy.
So that women would feel less stigmatized, so that people who menstruate would feel less stigmatized, because to cis men, let's face it, menstruation is seen as gross, disgusting, a joke, and as someone who does not.
Who's saying this stuff? I don't hear nobody talking about their cycle like that. Maybe because I'm not in female groups, but even dating women when they was going through their period, they just never be like, us gross, disgusting, it's weird and all. They just never really talk about it. They just say, I'm on my cycle, I'm just not feeling it right now. Or, hey, you know, we can't do anything sexual because I'm bleeding down there. You know, so I just never heard these talking points that you want to have. And then you're a man. Why do you want to have these talking points about what having a cycle feels like when you don't have one?
Not menstruate. I'm non-binary. I don't menstruate. I wanted to.
No shit, Sherlock.
To help end that stigma if I could. And I also, you notice I don't do a lot of brand deals. I did this one because I wanted trans people to feel better and not have, you know, trans men who menstruate and non-binary people who menstruate to not feel double stigmatized around menstruation and being trans. And then the hate came for me. And I want to say something to the ladies of Twitter especially. We should be working together to undermine the patriarchy. We are not.
What? A man dressed up as a woman telling women they should work together to undermine the patriarchy. This sounds like the worst setup ever. I can't believe this person gets on. People get on the internet and say this and wholeheartedly believe the stuff that they're saying. Like, I believe this person right here, dressed up looking like this, believes what he's saying. You don't go, well, I don't know. With the Diddy trial and all that, people just do stuff just to get money and fame. So he might have put this on just to get some clout and some money. Because he got a brand deal. He's doing more than I'm doing. Hey, I might need to try to put me my Justin Bieber wig on and a Mrs. Doubtfire dress on and come on this bitch.
Your enemy. The more you fight for your box, the more you are fighting for a hierarchy of one box over the other. We don't want to take womanhood from you. We don't want to tell you what to do. But I know as a non-binary person, the more you police your gender role, the more you are policing the idea that one gender role is the best. It gives me a lot of emotion to talk about because I am a feminist and I will keep fighting for your rights, even if you hate me to my core, because women are not second-class citizens. If I could have anything, it would be that people just don't hate themselves as much. And I'll continue to do that no matter what happens from here.
I just want to chop this motherfucker in their throat. That big ass Adam Alp, I just want to hit him with a Jackie Chan chop real quick. Like, man, wake your ass up. You know you're a grown ass man.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
And these are the things. These are the things that we are allowing in our society, and we calling these people like it ain't that many people that are trans. But I see these videos so much. It ain't that many people that are gay, but we see so much. I always got, like I told you, I just watched this show called C on Apple TV. Jason Momoa daughter, guess what she is? Of course, she got to be gay too. Of course, she got to be gay too. The queen, of course, she got to have somebody eat her coochie too. It ain't that many gay people in the world. But every time I got to turn on TV, I got to see somebody kissing somebody of the same sex. Somebody get married the same sex. Or I've been seeing a lot of interracial dating lately. I don't believe in interracial dating, but I know there's a lot of stuff that cause confusion. I get it. I understand. I know a lot of people be like, love is love, and love who you are, and be with who you ever want to be with. And I can't help who love me because Cupid shot me in the ass when I was walking down the street, and I just fell in love with this crackhead, or this man, or this woman that thinks she a man, or this man that thinks he's a woman, or this woman that thinks she's a dog, and this cat that thinks he's a human. I don't fucking know. There's a lot of weird shit going on. But I know most of this stuff is just strictly to cause confusion. It's strictly to keep people on their toes. It's strictly to have people not understanding if they're coming or going. It's always something to get people to fight over, to argue over, to keep people apart from each other. Because when people come together and actually get on one cause, no matter what the race is, no matter what you identify as and all this shit, if y'all could just put all of that shit aside and just be a human race, people would be very dangerous. But we got all these factions and all these people that want to be on this side and find your tribe. And I'm Republican, I'm Democrat, I'm liberal, I'm a conservative. All these different titles that we give ourselves. But nobody take the cake like the LGBTQIA plus all them signs and numbers and letters that they got. It is weird, and we living in a weird fucking time. I want to tell y'all that. Weird time. Y'all put in the comment section right now, do y'all think people are born gay? Put a 1 in the comment section if you think people are born gay. Put a 2 in the comment section if you think people ain't born gay. I just want to see what y'all think. I just want to know how y'all feel. Do y'all feel the same way I feel? I don't really feel like people are born gay. But then at the same time, I've seen people be born with like 6 toes. So then it's like, I don't know. Like if you get born with 6 toes, why couldn't your sexuality be switched up? You know what I'm saying? That's just how I view it. That's how I view it. And if you on X, y'all make sure y'all come over here to the YouTube, the New Normal Podcast. That way when I go live, y'all can make sure y'all get it every time. Y'all can follow me. Y'all can get in the comment section because I normally don't be on X like that. So JBO, you think people can be born gay? What y'all think? I don't know. Like I said, I go back and forth. Some days I'd be like, these motherfuckers just crazy. And then sometimes, because most of the time most of the people that I know that are homosexual, it comes from some type of interference from an adult or like an older cousin or uncle or something like that. Like they get fondled. I just don't see like people being born, or kids just being born and be like, oh yeah, that motherfucker gonna be gay. And then like if you do see somebody like that, I typically figure like, oh, that person has been left with, somebody. They say mama runs out of testosterone at some point, and that can make the boy gay. Ah, hell. Ah, hell. Just making up anything at this point. Like I said, I'm about to get up out of here. I got to run to the chiropractor. I'm supposed to be there at 2:00. I want to tell everybody, thank y'all for tuning in to the New Normal Podcast. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to try to start tomorrow's live stream at 11:30. Y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video, and make sure y'all subscribe to the New Normal Podcast on all social media platforms. I thank y'all once again for tuning in. And like you said, if y'all want to support the channel, y'all can hit that super chat, or y'all can hit that cash out. Either way, it'll help the channel grow tremendously. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good day. Peace.